then we can start giving it orders. You can even take over control directly and access the camera. So now we're going to do the vehicle control scheme in just a second. We're just first going to deploy. I think it's going to reverse and then take off right here. All right. And now we gotta run back inside, close this door. And this is all automatic. I'm not even touching the keyboard. You should be going in for an attack run, dropping a missile. That's perfect. Okay, it's coming in. It's going to hit one of those lights on the ground back there, because that is the enemy unit. So we got some return fire coming in, but we're pretty high. Up in the sky, missile, and 2-1 impact. That looked like a direct hit. Alright, howdy boyos. Welcome to Carrier Command 2. MicroProse sent me a copy early, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't get around to making this video the day before it's supposed to release on Steam. The game comes out on the 10th of August. Today is the 9th. I figured I would squeeze this in. I never played the original Carrier Command, because that came out in 1988, 6 years before I was born. And that is 33 years ago, so I don't know if this game wins like world's longest time to get a sequel to a video game. It's kind of like Half-Life 3, right? Like, it's been so long that it's kind of a meme. Carrier Command 2 is here. I will link the store page in the description. There's going to be an intro to the campaign. If you want to watch that, obviously feel free. If you don't want to watch that, I will put a timestamp in the description / the comment section so you can skip straight through to the action. I'm not very good at this game, which we'll get to in a bit when we actually get to control our ship. We're just waking up, I think, out of some sort of, cryo sleep. We've been kept in this sort of like Master Chief in the original Halo. We just wake up out of this weird cabin and we're in space based on the fact that I'm floating and I'm not actually on the ground. So this game is pretty nuts. I played for like 20 or 30 minutes the other day and I was like, this game is apparently also in VR. It can be a whole thing. But this game is insane.
Commander Altus Gage. Your disorientation shall pass. Your employer, the Drazu Industries Corporation, has asked me to reiterate its gratitude for you volunteering to enter stasis on the Horus Satellite Overwatch program. I am Captain Aparo, commander of UEC Deep Space Colonies in this sector. Please be advised, the terrorist Stanza organization has breached the unmanned colony's firewalls on the planet of Telos and is now in control of the ACC Omega carrier. You are to take manual override command of the ACC Epsilon carrier and stop the Omega by any means necessary. Drazu hereby grants a full liability waiver for your actions, and the United Earth Coalition has issued an anticipatory pardon. Proceed to your landing pod immediately. It has been remotely programmed and is ready to go. Good hunting, Commander.
So the basic premise is that there's a planet and the baddies have taken over, and you as an accomplished commander, kind of assumed from the first game that I never played because like I said, 1988, you are tasked to, go back in there. Launch the shuttle. I love this game. Everything, almost every button in this game, from light switches to buttons on the bridge of our carrier, is interactable. You'll see in a second once we get onto the carrier. It is insane. There's no mirror here or no way out. Oh no, there's kind of a tiny way out to look here, but it's not going to be. I don't know if we can see a lot because it's very hot outside. Oh, that's making me a little nauseous. 34 kilometers, 30 kilometers, 25 kilometers, 20 kilometers. We're going real hard here, and I think that is us landing. It kind of trolled me the first time, because we're here, and I thought, oh great, we're good. This is the ship, but no, this is the ship. This is some huge dock that you spawn from, but that thing right there is the ship. So I'm going to have to run up there. It's going to take a little bit of time, so I'm probably just going to fast forward this because it's just going to be me running up a bunch of stairs and elevators, and then I guess I'll get back to you once we get to the bridge. All right, we have reached the top, which is the flight deck of our carrier. And yeah, we are actually equipped with torpedoes. There's a Phalanx Sea Whiz system over there. We got some weird, like, potential anti-aircraft missiles. I guess they're anti-aircraft based on the fact that they have like a radar dome on top. But we first now, well, I say first, we've already done a couple of things. We now have to make our way up to the bridge. There is a way we can be lazy, which would be in the elevator in here, or we go up the stairs. Downside is the elevator, it's going to take a little bit of time to actually get here, which is cool. You can, press the call lift button. I can say, like, hey, let's turn the light on. I can go downstairs, and guess what? I can turn the light on here. But that's not really something I'm really looking to do. I'm just going to wait for my elevator to come here, which will take a second. Here's the hangar we can look into. We have several different aircraft. We have gun-armed ones and missile-armed ones. We have, I think there's even some smaller ones. There's some of those UCAV ones. They look very similar to the things from Arma. They're like the huge UAVs. I think there's even some transport ones back there. Anyway, the elevator should hopefully be there. So why don't we, or is it here yet? I guess we can take a look and see if it is or not. Oh, it is. Look at that. All right, so we got, we're gonna go to the top floor. So there we go. Close the door. You don't have to do this all the time. This is just if you want to mess around. Now, there is what I've seen. This is co-op with more people than just 2. This is apparently co-opable from what I've read, which would be really, really cool. Every single button, I'm going to close the door here and turn the master switch on. Every single button that you see here, everything, brightness up, brightness down, on, off, every single button is a button you can touch, which is just freaking me out. But I guess what we should do is turn the master switch on, which is this one. And then I think over here, the helm, go forward slightly, deploy carrier. All right, there we go. And we are deployed. Slowly going forward. We're going to get out of the seat. Oh, wrong button. So we now are slowly going forward. I don't know what this master switch does. Okay, that's just turns everything on and off, or maybe just the lights. Anyway, we are on the sea, and now our goal is to start the engines. Didn't do that yet. Go forward, and now find an island, which we can press on the map over here. So we want to go to one of these red zones. So I'm thinking what we'll do, we'll make sure that we point that little white thing as our direction. And you can see it's turning left, turning left, turning left, turning left, turning left. You can actually see it in the background. That is an enemy island. It's going to take a while to get there. So while we are on the way there, I guess we could take a quick second and look around the bridge. We got our speed, our fuel, I assume. This game is pretty in-depth, I'll tell you that. Sonar, we have, alarm. Very cool, in case you wanted to, just make people freak out. If they're, playing with a bunch of your friends, you can make them freak out. I guess we're slowly heading a little off to the left here. Let's give it a little bit more of an adjustment. There we go. And let's take a look. So we have, new transmission.
Welcome to the bridge of the ACC Epsilon carrier. The analysis of intercepted Stanza communications is completed. The belligerents are using the ACC Omega to plant deep crust detonators on each captured island. Once the entire archipelago is seeded, they will trigger simultaneous detonations. This is likely to rupture the Trotor and Avapola tectonic plates, effectively ruining Telos as a viable resource for the foreseeable future. Commander, given that the unmanned Telos colony is the largest supplier of materials to the UEC war effort on Earth, the potential ramifications are catastrophic. You must recapture enemy islands to disable their detonators or eliminate the enemy carrier.
Alright, well, seems pretty straightforward. Kind of like, we didn't necessarily... That's not necessarily changing any of the plans, giving us some background information. Looks like we have radar. I know we have torpedoes, we have guns, we have cruise missiles, we have flare launchers. I know we can mess around with our air support, so I could call in, I could deploy our planes and our helicopters and stuff. Getting a little seasick here almost. We have a whole inventory system. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is very, very almost scary to me. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at half the time. You can call in resupplies from these barges. They'll make their way from, I think, the main island to you. You can even outfit, this is the craziest thing. You can outfit these guys with, look at that, we have like 7 or 8 different freaking missiles. You can mess around with these things. Look at that, look at how much stuff there is. Oh god. You can have torpedoes on these planes. You can do the same for vehicles that can have different loadouts. I guess we're slowly using our fuel here. I don't know how long I'm going to be playing this, because I just feel like there's so much to do. I guess we are almost doing 100 knots. This is a really fast carrier. But first, I guess we'll get into range of the enemy island. We can actually see that right here. Actually, it's not the island, or is that... Actually, let's take a look. What does this say? Actually, I think this might just be the actual island we're seeing on this map. We'll keep going until... I think it tells you to stop, and then we could probably mess around for a second. All of these screens are offline right now, but they'll be online here in a second. Slow your rotate us a little bit. I am definitely getting seasick from this. And by seasick, I guess I mean motion sick, because it's obviously not a real sea, but I'm looking away right now, because going 100 knots across the sea here isn't really doing it for me. We'll turn off our engine, as I'm trying not to get nauseous. We turn on our main gun, and then we're going to be targeting the island. Manual control is R, stabilize with T, and take a look at the island. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 enemy units spotted. I don't know if... let's take a look here. Cycle weapon. Gun. It'd be nice if we could knock some of these units out, actually. So it's almost done observing. I don't know how you tag units, however. But I guess we can see what happens here. We're going to fire at this vehicle, and hopefully it does something. Here comes my gun out. And shells inbound. Close, no cigar. Oh, that was very close, actually. There's a closer one here. I'm just not sure if there's a way to lock on the targets. Maybe there would be with this gun. You think so, right? Gun out. Let's keep it targeted. Maybe that's what you have to do. That kind of makes sense. No, that's not how you do it. Is it stopped? Okay, let's fire again. It stopped. It stopped. It stopped. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Okay, knocked him out. Good. I'm not sure how the... I guess we could shoot in front of them. They're coming into the water. Hopefully they're not trying to invade my ship. But that might be... Ooh, on target. 2 knocked out. Not bad, not bad. There's some more lights in the background, so we could attempt to do there. Oh, that might be a little short. They may have moved off by the time that we get to... Oh, we got one of them. All right. I guess it's probably time for us now to send in our invasion fleet. After we did, well, destroy quite a few units there. We'll deploy all of our ground units. And I guess they're technically surface, they're not ground, because this isn't the ground, but you know what I mean. I'm still trying to figure out some of the mechanics, especially engaging stuff with the ship. It's been kind of an adventure for me, just as much as just understanding the general mechanics of the game has been relatively something that I'm not really 100% sure of. I guess we could try and stabilize and then switch to the gun again. I just don't know if it's going to work or not. Let's try and attempt. Let's hopefully we catch it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, way too short. All right, we'll go back out of that. All right, accessing the vehicle control. They're still actually, they're still deploying. As you can see, you could have people sit here and take over the seats and actually take over these vehicles for yourself. So let's move. See, we got 1, 2. Actually, I guess we could even go all the way around the island. Really, if I'm stupid. I'm gonna get all of these people to come back onto the carrier because the game told us to deploy them a little soon. I think it would have been nicer if we instead go around the island, save them some time from having to go through a bunch of enemies, and then because our goal is to capture. Is there a carrier? Oh no, okay. I thought that was a carrier icon. We'll have to go capture that. So I guess what we can do is just send everyone back to the carrier, and then once they're back on board, we'll make our way around. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back to you once we're here. Alright, we've reached a destination. I think it's time to deploy all of our surface vehicles. And then we just have to make sure that one with a virus module arrives at that radar station there with the blinking red light, and then once they do, we can take over the island, and that'll be one of many takeovers, hopefully. I'm still trying to figure out how some of the missile and gun stuff works. It'd be great if some of my Sea-Wiz could even attack enemy aircraft if they do show up, but actually talking about aircraft, take a look. What do we have? A7. Oh, I do like the look of that. This is an Albatross Razor build. It's a tiny helicopter. Okay, so why don't we maybe unload A7. This is cool. We can actually take a look here to CCTV, which is live what's happening underneath our deck. We can see one of those UAVs. Actually, those might be the APCs. There, that's the UAV. And that's actually going to come out. I don't know what this is. It might just be metals. Oh, there you go. My aircraft is currently actually being loaded onto that ramp. I don't know if we can still see it in the CCTV. I think, yeah, that's it. That's it. You can see it actually. I think that might be it going up. This is more of my vehicles accessing the water. This right here, the elevator, is going to bring up the aircraft. That's going to take off, and then we can start giving it orders. You can even take over control directly and access the camera. So now we're going to do the vehicle control scheme in just a second. We're just first going to deploy. I think it's going to reverse and then take off right here, so let's get a better angle at that as it's going to be doing that here. This is such a cool thing. The idea you could play this with a bunch of people, if I read it correct, would be really, really cool. Alright, here we go. It's almost ready to roll. Alright. And now we gotta run back inside, close this door, and I guess we could even take control. Let's actually first send our... let's take a look here and send... I don't know if there's a way for me to get them over there in a better way. It's gonna move everyone here. There. I just need to get all of these guys to do that, but the virus one is the most important one. I can't lose that. Okay, our aircraft. We can actually watch the camera on this. So this is, I guess we could go manual camera. Oh, this is manual vehicle. Did not mean to do that. Back to auto. I was hoping we could manual camera this, but, or just a camera, but not the actual view. But it looks like it's currently just on a holding pattern over the island. I think we could try and give it some attack orders by just dragging it on top of things. So we can actually tell it, okay, let's do missile single. So it's currently going around, come around for an attack run, while my units here in the water are going to be coming in. So we need to deploy them a little further out. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at camera. And this is all automatic. I'm not even touching the keyboard. You should be going in for an attack run, dropping a missile. That's perfect. Okay, it's coming in. It's going to hit one of those lights on the ground back there, because that is the enemy unit. So we got some return fire coming in, but we're pretty high. Up in the sky, missile, and 2-1 impact. That looked like a direct hit. Alright, let's tell it to hit some more things. Let's take a look. Oh, it actually didn't kill it. Missile again. I don't know if it can hit a missile right now. Oh, it's going to be in some trouble here. Actually, it's still fine. It has more than enough health. I don't know if I can tell this to engage things. I don't know if I can tell myself to engage things. That would have been cool, but... Okay, Manta. Let's come back. Missile single. And then let's hit some of these other guys, maybe with more than one missile. In the meantime, my forces are getting ready to land on the beach here soon, it looks like. Seal, move up there. Okay. So we need to hit some of those units with more than one, as is clear. So it's come back around. Let's take a look at the camera again. So it still has 92% fuel. It still has, it looks like, 4 more missiles, and it has a gun. So could be interesting. I'm not going to mess around with the direct controlling of this thing. That's a missile away. Now I wonder if we can tell it to gun that unit. So let's take a look at the camera. See if it's going to do an attack run. Did it just turn around? It might have just turned around. We still have 2 missiles left. I'm not sure what those missiles are for. That missile just hit. That's good. Alright, let's actually deploy, what is it, A1, I think. Okay, my units are approaching the beach here. Take a look at the camera. Okay, good. We can take over control of these guys, but it's alright. I just need them to get close to that radar installation. Alright, here we go. He's going to do a gun attack run. Hopefully. Camera. Here we go. I'm not touching this. This is all the computer doing this. There's the gun attack run. Okay, that's really cool. Oh, it's kind of aiming a little low now. Okay, that wasn't as effective. What we'll do, I guess, we'll tell it to return a carrier. Because it's out. Ooh, okay. Well, I got a little hit. But it's out of ammo mostly, which is the annoying part here, I guess. Let's take a look at a camera of the bear, because it's currently in a fight here. Okay, I think it just destroyed... It actually might have just destroyed that enemy unit that was coming my way. It did. Okay, perfect. Looks like there is nothing left. There's still 1 unit left over here. We have an aircraft. Actually, let's just get you back on the ship. We do have an aircraft. It should be... Oh, there it is. That's so cool. Alright, it's going to start taking off, and it'll give that some orders. In the meantime, my Manta is on its way here on the air traffic control. It's coming in, it's in a holding pattern currently, but now it should be good. So we'll go vehicle control, and I guess we'll tell the Albatross to missile him. Actually, we'll make it double. Why not? Let's check the camera on this guy. I'm going at the double missile because... Oh, actually, we could probably switch. There we go. Can I switch this to manual? Oh, I can. Okay, that's great. So we're actually controlling the camera right now, but we're not controlling the missiles. So, Zinger has guns on it too. This is a really cool view, actually. So this is going to turn around here, and then it's actually going to aim for that furthest target. I think not a bad idea while we're here waiting might be to deploy another one, because this is probably going to take a second for these guys to get their stuff together. Alright, let's go back to the manual camera. Those are friendlies. That's my carrier right there. You can actually see my other unit landing right now. Missile 1. 2 missiles, actually. I wonder... Okay, this is the cannon. That's the... okay, that's going to kill it. Oh, it actually just shot a missile down. Or did they hit each other in midair? That's also very possible. Okay, let's get you back to base. Clearly, that was kind of a waste. And then it should have landed Yeah, there it is, and it's going to go back down the elevator. And then we'll hopefully can get the A2 up. Should have probably done that a little bit differently. It looks like it's currently moving. Okay, I think I have to tell my virus to drive like right next to it. Camera. Okay, let's actually take over manual control. I'm not sure how this works. I'm just going to get as close as possible. And then we can just, I guess, deploy them maybe inside of this thing even. Okay, and we are underneath it now. Okay, switch to the virus droids. Okay, and now I think... There we go, we deployed the virus bots. So they should be taken over. There it is, we can see it turning a different color. Okay, we can see the time on it. It's going to take a little bit of time there. There's still a couple of contacts left here that we know about. Our Albatross is coming back in. It would be nice to see if one of our aircraft is already... that might be the... Okay, that might be my previous one that's still parking. The one we used, and I'm trying to get another one up. Yeah, it looks like it's going back. So maybe one of these will start moving forward. I'm not sure. It would be good because I guess I should really learn how to make the mechanics work. Like, if that makes sense. Like, it probably is a better idea if you kept them in a different pattern. So if I would have actually deployed the air, and instead of calling them in, or calling them in and calling them out, because obviously at this point in time, there's more landing and they're not able to take off when there's other ones already, you know, on the deck. But it does look like, take a look at our vehicle control, we are going to be capturing this because we're almost done. And then I guess we're just going to have to be waiting for our aircraft to take off. I would like to use the aircraft to knock out these units on the island. But this is going to be a capture. And it's actually my first successful capture, so I'm actually pretty excited about that. These guys still have... Oh, did not mean to do that. These guys still have good fuel too. Almost done. A couple more % left to go. Our drone is almost ready to deploy back. Or is this the... Did that come from a different hangar? Is this going to take off? Or is it going to go... No, okay, I was about to say. I figured that would only be... There's a... crane thing, but I'm not sure if there's more than one. I don't think so. Alright, we got the island, and I think mostly for the fact that I'm a little nauseous. I think that might be the carrier. I can't even look at the water right now. I think we're going to call it there. I'm getting a little nauseous looking around outside of this game world. We can see some contact there in the background. I definitely would consider coming back to this. I'll just have to take some motion sickness pills, I suppose. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Cheers!